1916. The beginning of the housing boom. A transitional time that sees builders moving away from then conventional log-built homes to more economical options. Drywall, plaster.
Now what we see in 1916 is a very fast, very sudden transition to affordable housing materials. Nobody asked questions because it's sold so sleekly. It's a wall. It's dry. Now if you're looking for a home to get out of the rain, then that's all you need.
The construction team, Nugent and Schmidt, commits their team to the building of 10,000 homes in just 1 year. A deal that is worth $3.7 billion when adjusted for inflation. And yet, behind those walls is considered to be one of the largest cover-ups of its time. Nothing.
The story, as it goes, is that in 1920 a man named Ronald Chambers had discovered his son, Ronald Jr., had eaten his Hydrox cookies. Ronald stormed into his son's room, wielding an empty box of cookies, like anyone would do. Ronald swung open the door and, so used to the sturdiness of a log cabin, was shocked to find his doorknob go right through his drywall. We look back at it now and sort of shrug it off as conventional child abuse. But housing experts look at this moment as a crucial moment of innovation. Ronald may have heard the wails of a crying child, but now, as a result, we hear a much grander sound every day.
That sound? Boioioing. Husband, Pennsylvania, 1925. The largest group of divorced men in America joined together in a last-ditch effort to save the log cabin industry. The consequences, for many, were dire.
The men of Husband, Pennsylvania were taunted by the cruel name of the town. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has a successful marriage, in part due to the failing log cabin industry. They just couldn't match the demand of more modern designs. Without a way to make money, they have nothing.
Suddenly, Ronald Chambers arrives. Down a family, but up a dream.
Ronald doesn't recover from the incident with his son. So rather than deal with the consequences, he heads up to Husband, Pennsylvania with an idea. If you can't save the log cabin industry, improve the new housing industry.
Ronald pitches his concept for a solid metal device affixed to the bottom of all household doors, preventing the knob from making impact with drywall.
The concept is a smashing success. But I mean that in the worst way possible.
The team quickly begins work on the prototype, not recognizing the fatal flaw of the design. A sharp, pointy end that proves to be even more dangerous than a doorknob.
At this point, things are bad for the men of Husband, especially Ronald, who's so bold to promise such an innovative idea. But then, quite literally, Ronald was hit with an idea.
Bouncy balls.
Ronald is eating his lunch of Hydrox cookies and tab when he's struck in the head by a bouncy ball. It's a simple concept. This condensed rubberized ball, this elastic material, hits any solid surface with equal force, causing it to bounce back the way it came from.
Full of rage, Ronald throws the ball against a nearby piece of drywall. To his surprise, the ball bounces back and the drywall takes no damage.
That's when he discovered what was missing, a piece to absorb the energy. From then on, Ronald equipped all of his doorstops with a solid piece of rubber to protect the drywall.
A town is saved by a stroke of chance. A rubber ball against Ronald Chambers' head. American households need not worry about replacement of drywall for years at a time. So how did the doorstop get its famous sound?
A bit of smart thinking on Ronald's part. He begins coiling his doorstop to give them flexibility. It serves no purpose stopping the doors, but rather he sells the concept as a way for fathers to take out their aggressions. Instead of slamming the doors, they kick the doorstop, letting out a very loud sound to catch anyone's attention.
A cycle of innovation begins and ends the same way, with the intentions to frighten a child into submission. All who kick it retain the utmost attention in the modern American household.